Welcome back, everyone. Joe here. Hope everyone's doing well. So today we're just going to be using this Hustler dash mower. We're going to mow out some trails in this highly overgrown food plot area. Now this is a bottom field for those of you that are new, that we cleared out about 2.5 years ago. This was extremely wooded. There was nothing growing here. It was like a 3-4 inch layer of leaves and just junk down here that we went ahead and cleared all this out. Now we have our food plot down here that we go ahead and plant. We got a few apple trees and whatever else, and we're gonna go ahead and, just like I said, clear out some paths like you guys saw for the last minute or so that I've been doing. Now the reason I'm not using my tractor, I have a Mahindra 1626. I have a 6-foot brush cutter on the back of it. Is as I was getting this mower out to prep all of that to get out and get down here, I actually spooked a fawn that was like, I could actually, on the way up, I'll show you guys, or I'll roll it right here, the area. You'll see, I'll kind of point to it. Right in this area here, the little spotted fawn jumped out and took off into the woods, probably another 50-100 yards, and lay down until its mom got there. So in case there is any kind of fawns laying in here, I don't want to, I mean, this is slow and really small. I can really see what's going on around me. I don't have to worry about, God forbid, hitting one and or spooking it off, I guess, too far. In other words, I don't want to really scare them off. So I'm just going to cut down here, keep it really simple on this video here, and really just go from there. I'm going to clean out some areas where I put down the mineral block. I have to replace that in another few days. I'm going to cut around these privacy bushes that I have down here, and then cut 1 or 2 trails in the center. I have the goats running around, and then after that I'm going to take this machine back up top and cut my parents' lawn. So thank you again, guys. In the last 2.5-3 weeks we grew 1,000 subscribers, and it's unbelievable. So thank you guys so incredibly much. So we went from 2,700 subscribers in the beginning of May to, as of right now, we're plus 4,000. So thank you very much for each and every one of you guys, from all the way in the beginning to the newest of the new. So thank you guys so very much. I really, really appreciate it. So stick around. It's going to be a really simple video of just cutting here in the mow going, maybe some time lapse. But I'm going to get to this stretch right here. I'm going to show you right now. Cut this out right around these privacy bushes and grasses, and then I'm going to cut a few trails in here, and then we're out of here. So I haven't seen any fawns, but when I keep shutting off the mower to go ahead and fill it up, I heard a turkey or 1 or 2 turkeys gobbling, but they're like back that way in there. I'm sure they're well off, but you kind of hear them when I shut the mower off. I take my ears off, and I'll take my ears off, shut the mower off, and then you hear them as that thing goes, like, it will shut down. It kind of makes it like a blah, 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 blah noise. You'll hear them go blah, blah, blah in the back, so it's kind of funny. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to try to Google image that thing. I have some spiky orange flower. No idea. I don't want to get too close, but the paths I'm cutting right now are actual paths that I think in the last clip you might be able to see, or right before this. I'll see if I can put like an arrow there, or maybe I'll just put an arrow as I'm editing. You can kind of see they're the paths that the deer are walking on. I'll see if I can get it on this right here. It may not come up great, but there's a line that goes right through here that is a game trail or a walking path that they're walking through. There was one going this way, and that's where I have my little shooting range. So I guess they were using this after when I'd come in anyway. But I'm not going to cut back along here. I have no real reason to. I'm going to cut this path here, clean out that trail. I'm not going to clear out any path in the middle here. I just want to go ahead and keep as much of this tall grass and orchard grass that's underneath it that's coming up as its first year stuff, and try to really kill out the Japanese stilt grass that's in here. So a lot of this stuff is really looking nice. There are real good patches of that Japanese stilt grass that's still in certain areas that I didn't overseed, but it may come in on these paths that I'm cutting. I don't know much about it or how it grows or anything like that. I just know we have it, and I want to go ahead and try not to have it. So I'm going to go probably once or twice a month. I'll cut these trails back out, and then I'll keep them groomed in a sense. And then once the fawns start appearing more and more on my game cameras, and I see that they're a little bit bigger, then I'll come down here and just make one easy path with the tractor and not have to stress it too much. But this is doing pretty good. I'm thinking, like, yeah, there's not much to do sitting on here other than think and talk to yourself really in your head. And if that's not normal, then I'm not doing that. That's totally not what I'm doing. But I might in the near future, hopefully, if I can put a few dollars on the side, get a finish mower on the back of my tractor, and maybe really keep these really nice with that finish mower. I never used one, but I keep watching videos on them. They look really nice. So I don't know, if you guys have one, let me know. I would like, I'm pretty interested in them. With this part-time job with trucking, there's some part-time money coming in with it, and that might end up being recycled into different attachments for my sorry about the lighting, the sun is really bright and it's getting hot. That might transition into more and more implements for my tractor, so we will see. I'm really enjoying that too. So let me get back to this and hopefully get done. Well, guys, that's going to be it for today. As you've seen, we started on this front left side here. We worked our way towards the back to that blind. We cut across following that game path, and then we cut around that little area that I have my little shooting range at, and then came back up the path back to where we started. Now, what you guys didn't see is I went down that path towards I have a hunting stand or tree stand down that creek line. Now, you guys seen me, that's where the other trail camera is, and probably next video, so you'll see where I go ahead and dump some feed down there. I had this machine running, cutting, going. I'm not going very fast. And where my tree stand is, and the trail kind of goes down and matches to where the bottom trail is, to where I feed and have a game camera. There was a doe just standing right there looking dead at me. And I mean, probably from here to that chair. Now, you guys, I mean, on the camera, on the video, you probably can't see, but that's probably like a solid 10-15 yards away. And then she just looked at me as I was coming through, and then she just put her tail up and kind of trotted off. But it goes to show you, like, they're so accustomed to these noises, these machines. So that's why when I do feed, I keep that Coleman Outfitter or the Hyson running, and I just cut the bag and dump it, and with like 10-15 minutes, they're 30 minutes at max, they're already hitting that feed. So they're kind of used to that noise. It doesn't scare them. Whereas if I'm coming through having that bag on my shoulder and just huffing and puffing that whole way, they'll get afraid, and they'll run away. So with that being said, guys, I hope you really do enjoy. Thank you guys so much for always hanging out with me. Thank you very much for subscribing, especially all the new subscribers. If you guys don't mind, if you can hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you back again. My name is Joe. We're down here in North Carolina. My parents' 6-acre property. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.